going to do is we're going to look at systems of equations with 3 variables and 3 equations. So in example 1, it says show that the order triple, -1 to -2, is a solution. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the first equation and you're going to plug in that x is -1, y is 2, and z is -2. And we're going to see if the left side equals the right side. So I get -1 plus 4 plus 6, and 9 equals 9. So the first one works. In order, though, for that triple to be a solution, it has to work in all 3 equations. So let me give you a head start and plug in those 3 in the second equation, but you have to show your work. Okay? Don't do that in your head, because then how do I know what you did? So gotta show it. Don't just say yes. Plug it in and show that the left side equals the right side. All right, so the second one works. And the third one works. So yes, it's a solution. Okay? That's it. The directions just show that that ordered triple is a solution. All right, example 2. All right, here comes the fun time. I know the groove. If you want to solve a system of equations that has 3 variables with 3 equations, what we're going to do is we don't know how to do it with 3, but we know how to do it with 2. So what we're going to do is we are going to attempt to get it down to 2 equations with 2 letters. So what you want to do, you can pick any letter you want to get rid of. And you're going to pick 2 equations and do elimination method to get rid of that one letter. But then when you go to pick another pair, you have to eliminate that same letter, okay? So I'm going to give you advice, and you don't have to take my advice, but there are consequences to not taking the advice. The deal is, if you don't identify what you're doing and it's wrong, I am not going to even attempt to try to figure out a bunch of random stuff, because this is a lot of work. So if you choose that to not identify what you're doing, then you're going to miss all the points if it's wrong. But if you go through and say, okay, I'm going to take equation 1 times 2 and add it to 2, you know, what I want you to do, and I like to give partial points. So like make a equation 1, 2, and 3, put bubbles around them or circles around them so that they don't look like your numbers. So when I'm kind of glancing through these, I'm going to choose to get rid of, let's try Z. Z looks good to me. So the deal is, I'm going to take the first equation, and then if I take 2 times the second equation, that's going to do it. Now, as much work as you want to show after that is okay, but like, I'm not going to just take a random final equation. I don't know how you got it. If it's wrong, I don't know what you did. So I'm going to show all my work here. Here's the first equation. And then I'm going to take 2 times the second equation. And I'm choosing Z. You could have chosen X, you could have chosen Y. It doesn't matter. If I now add these together, I get 11X plus 4y equals negative 3. So I got rid of z. So now what I'm going to do, and I want to get rid of z. So this one's going to require 2 multiplications, though. If I do 1 with 3 or 2 with 3. If I do 1 with 3, at least one of them's positive and one of them's negative. So it looks like I'm going to have to take 3 times the first equation plus 4 times the third equation. You see how that's going to give me negative 12c and positive? That? Okay. So let's do that. I'm going to multiply 3 times the first equation. That's 15x minus 6y minus 12z equals 9. I took 3 times the first equation. Now I'm going to take 4 times the third equation. Now this is not the only way to do it. That's the problem with these. You know, there's usually a dozen different ways to go. So if I take and multiply 4, that's negative 8x plus 20y plus 12z equals 12. And I took 4 times the third equation. And then I'm going to add to get 7x plus 14y equals 21. Now I've got it down to 2 letters, and I know how to do that. I have more confidence with that. So with a system with 3 equations, all you're doing is you're adding one extra step to it where you're trying to eliminate one of the variables. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of y. That one makes a little bit more sense to me. I can take the top row times negative 2 and the, not 2, sorry. No, I want to do bottom one by 2. I'm going to make these 28, okay? And I'm going to do the top row by, how about negative 7? That'll do, right? That's negative 28y and a positive 28. This is not the only way to do it, but that's what I see. So this becomes negative 77x plus 28y, positive 21, 14x, oops, that's minus. Again, negative 77x minus 28y equals 21. I have 14x plus 28y equals 42. Ooh, this worked out nicely. So x is 1. And I'll tell you on the quiz and on homework, if you're a bunch of fractions, you've done something wrong, okay? I did not do anything like that. Oops, that's a negative. Now, what you're going to do to find y is you can go back to either of these two to find it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the top row. 11 times negative 1 plus 4y equals negative 3. Adding 11, 4y equals 8. So y is 2. Then the only place I see z is in one of the original 3 equations. You're going to plug in the x and y to find a z. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to pick the second one. 3 times negative 1 plus 3 times 2 plus 2z equals negative 3. Negative 3 plus 6 plus 2z. You subtract 3. Z is negative 6. So z is negative 3. So my final solution is in order triple. X, Y, Z. Please circle it when you're done. And you get -1, 2, negative. All right, you guys try example 3. You guys try that ahead of me, but put bubbles 1, 2, 3. Okay, you guys try example 3 on your own. And it does work out nicely, so if you're getting any fractions, you've done something wrong. Now, did you notice if you just do 1 plus 2, that eliminates the z's, and you can do that one in your head, easy. But at least put 1 plus 2, you know? One of the most common mistakes that I see students make is they forget to multiply the right side of the equation, so be careful with that. Then I'm taking 2 times the first one plus the third one to get rid of z again. You did not have to do it this way. Did you guys get y is 4?
Yes.
Okay. I'm also getting x is 1.